Crunch time, coming up big when it counts.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to Crunch Time, where we're coming up big when it counts. I'm Dom with the great man, Sauce, Luke, and Ant, and we're back again for a nice hobby therapy session. I think that's how we'll start it from now on. What do you reckon, lads?
I like it.
Sounds
Therapy.
good.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for today. We got no
Who's raging
real
first?
topics, but we can just free flow and go with it.
Who's raging first?
Oh, no rages. We'll keep that for
How are we? How are we? It's good to be back on another episode of Crunch Time. These are always fun. So, look, there'll be a bit of impromptu ripping. So, if you are listening to the audio version, make sure you tune in on YouTube.
Sauce is like Sona Montana. That's what he's like. He's like Sona Montana.
We'll be ripping a few packs. And there's a lot more where that came from, ladies and gentlemen. There's a lot more.
He's going to build a house out of his fucking prison pack. He's got for it's ridiculous. Unbelievable. All right, boys, but we will start with a topic that came out of the National. We can talk about the National a bit after this topic or tie it in, however you want to do it. But F1 and UFC, everyone's literally jumped back on, they've still been riding UFC as the biggest pump and dump, and now they've added UFC to the mix as well. So just your thoughts, lads.
F1, they've added F1 to the mix as well as UFC.
F1 is just, I don't know. We heard nothing, not a peep out of the National about F1 on the first day, but then as the show progressed, seemed to be a hot topic.
Sasha.
No, because I heard on this. I think it was the second day podcast from Car Talk Pod. Lou was like, I haven't seen any F1 yet, and I was like, what the hell's going on? Like, I thought it was a bit weird.
But
and then they came out. They found it all right.
So Sasha and Lou bought they were 50-50, I think, on a out of 10 Sapphire Hamilton purple big boy card, BGS 9. Hamiltons are, ridiculously expensive. I don't think we know how much they're paid, but I'd be guessing it'd be.
I think he said, didn't he say 40-ish?
He said it on the Card Talk Live the other day. I'm pretty sure he said 40.
40. Oh, fuck! I would have guessed around that. That's a big boy card. I haven't seen many other ones like that as well. And I think out of 25 goes for about 20. So that makes a lot of sense. But huge card. And for him to post it, for Sasha to post it, knowing that, he has such a big following himself. And it's a lot of people that look to him for, what's the next move. He's done very well for himself in the hobby.
Yeah, for sure.
So people look at him and like, okay, let's see what he's up to.
Even content wise as well, just give him big up on his content and stuff like that. The vlogs and stuff he does is top class.
Yeah,
the editing with the ideas,
quality.
He does a really good job.
I do like him because
that's his editor Kyle. So let's give some props to Kyle.
Someone has to make the content. They both do a great job.
I like him because he goes out and he said early, like all these old heads that are saying, they don't like how he's got, the rap music in the background and he's there for the flip. I remember watching that early when I got into the hobby. And I'm like, fuck, that's exactly like how I am. Like I'm here, a lot of the times I got collections that I want to make, but I am trying to grow my collection, flip and grow into bigger cards. But a lot of people didn't like that at the start. I remember telling you boys about those Facebook groups where people very, very salty about the stuff that I was selling and the moves that I was making. Because at the time, especially in
Facebook pages.
Yeah, the soccer Facebook pages. They've never seen anyone, buy something from America and sell it in Australia and then it'll sell. And then all of a sudden I'm doing it. They weren't happy about that, but I saw that video of him and how he explained it, how he worded it. I'm like, okay, he knows what's up. So shout out to them. And now they're in F1. That's big.
They are.
Big for
The
the
other
market.
interesting thing is the LTB episode that came out today. I'll read you the number because this is dropping on Saturday. So episode number 393, Cage actually said it was like football, basketball, baseball, in no particular order, but fourth, F1 at the show.
Before soccer.
Yeah, that's what he
That's
said.
really interesting.
Monstrous.
He might have missed.
But then again,
soccer, but
Cage might not know the difference between, soccer and hockey. He's
What?
he'd love that, bro. He'd
he's
love
notorious for horrible soccer takes. But
that. He called Ronaldinho an F1 driver the other day.
Hey, who got Le
I
Mon of the
love
week
it.
this week? Was it Andrew for that Ronaldo?
It was
Mbappe
Andrew.
take?
Yeah,
Oh,
he
thank
copped
God.
it.
He's a good guy, but thank God he copped that one.
I like the LTB show. First of all, since we're going very impromptu, we're mixing in F1 and the national. I must say I enjoyed the content from both Cage and Andrew. Like Andrew's vlogs, I won't call them vlogs, the lives when he's walking through the national.
It was good.
And you hear the negotiating in the background, and obviously them two meeting for the first time. I can relate to
That's
because
crazy. I didn't know that
I
until I
know.
saw the boys live the other day. I didn't know that.
I know, and I was thinking that's going to be us. Like at some point, that'll be us.
I cried
It was supposed.
Yeah, I was gonna say we shed a tear.
It was supposed to be us in Sydney, and eventually it will happen, whether it be Melbourne or whatever. Maybe we meet on neutral ground. We go Queensland for like hobby hangout there or something. But like I related to it. I'm like, fuck, that's real. Like these guys started a podcast, and now a year later they finally get to meet at the national, the biggest event. I love that. So shout out to them. They're great. They're fantastic. Like all jokes aside, they are fantastic for the hobby, both of them. And the team they've got around.
There's so many great people in this hobby, and I don't know. I think it's just because they've got that reputation now, and everyone's built themselves up as that content creator. When they say something that's a bit like, I don't know, off the tracks, you know what I mean? They go, "Oh, F1 or
off the
hockey
grid,
or UFC." You know, everyone.
I love that. Did you hear that joke by Lukey?
That's a bit off the grid, was it?
Yeah, I like
off
that.
the beaten track, off the grid. I love that.
Plug that.
I
F1
hate
podcast.
puns
off the
and shit
grid.
like that, but it was there.
But
I had to
That was
take it.
brilliant.
But legit, because these people have got a status now, when they say stuff, it's like, oh, pump and dump, because it's not the usual stuff that you collect. That's where everyone's going with it now. It's like, how about they genuinely want to collect it? And Cage must have listened to us because we said the same, like what we were saying about a month ago about Topps Chrome or just Topps in general with F1. And we said the longevity of the product is based upon how they release the next drop. If they overproduce the product out of their ass, like Panini did with UFC? No, not UFC.
Yeah,
with soccer. With
really.
soccer, sorry.
With
Soccer. You know what I mean? Like, if they do that, well, it's going to hurt them in the long run. And I know people talking about it like, oh, it's only 20 drivers and there's prospects. But you got to remember, like we look at basketball cards and soccer cards and NFL cards, and there's no vets in F1 cards. No vets. We're looking at the here and now 20 drivers and then a couple prospects from F2. No vet. Like none.
Yeah.
Nothing at all. So they still got scope to do a lot of stuff. And just imagine getting some dynasty vet patch autos, bro.
Yeah.
I
Especially
got some
the
big
memorabilia.
thoughts on this box. This
Yeah, okay.
like Topps Chrome. I know we spoke about this off air, but I really do think this will settle a $2,000 to $3,000 box, because there's never going to be, not never, but like look into the next 4 years. You got this rookie crop. I'll say rookie. Lando, Russell, obviously Schumacher's first cut, Mick Schumacher, Tsunoda, like all these drivers, being this their first product, it's massive. And you don't see drivers change as much. In there's not going to be rookie every year that's as good as Lando and as good as Russell. You know what I mean?
Correct.
Yeah.
That's correct.
It's
What
a
I was
very
going to
good
say
point.
is they've got a good opportunity here with the memorabilia stuff. The different patches they could use is crazy. You know, I heard someone say you could use a bit of a tire, you could use a bit of a cap they wear. You know, when they win the race, and everyone wears their cap after. Caps, race suit, race glove. Like, there's just so many options.
So much.
Even
scope for
I
it,
reckon a
isn't there?
rear wing card would be sick. Just a little bit of it.
100%.
Maybe a two-color.
That'd be interesting if they could implement, say for instance, there's a crash and though it's worthless after, right? Those pieces of the car. But imagine you got a little like a carbon fiber piece of the car in your card. Like that would be unreal, So look,
Piece of the logo.
yeah.
Fiber piece
I
of the
think
logo.
you're not wrong there. The scope for them for basketball. What do you got? You got the jersey. That's it, right? Same with NFL.
Hats.
Same
They did
with,
hats, sneakers.
Oh, that was
they've done some hats and
disgusting.
sneakers. Yeah,
Those
floorboard
hat
as well, don't
cards,
they?
those hat
Yeah,
the
cards
hats
are the
suck,
most.
though.
They're
What was that,
filthy.
Lukey?
They do floorboard as well, don't they, for basketball?
Used to.
Yeah.
I know somebody that may or may not have a Michael Jordan, North Carolina piece of the floor card. May or may not. I can't deny or confirm. I'll just
Jeez.
confirm.
Allegedly, they have one.
I may or may-
Confirmed
I
does
may-
have the
I may or
oracle
may-
of the hobby, mate.
I may or may
Oracle.
not have held that card in my hands. So,
Do you wear gloves to wear that? To hold that, surely.
nah. I ate like KFC, got my hands all greasy, and then I was just like, oh, this is the best.
It's in a one
Love
touch.
it.
It's in a one touch.
It's in a one touch. The one touch is all smudged up.
I
But
love
legit, there's heaps of scope for that stuff. And like to get into UFC a bit and like select, they got those vets in there, like Royce Gracie's in there, Forrest Whitaker's in there,
Big Brock Lesnar.
Brock Lesnar.
Love that.
Actually, I should get up eBay now because surely there's some Brock Lesnar cards. I know, Source. I will listen to your advice, my friend, and I will not be buying anything for the first month and a bit because the cards will be worth astronomical prices.
Since we're going off the rip here, and people say double coverage like to pump and dump F1. I still haven't bought one F1 single yet. I still haven't bought one. I don't own an F1 single.
I was trying to get
You missed
You
the
own some
memo.
top scoring
We've been
boxes, mate, and you're sitting on those bad boys,
Oh
aren't you?
yeah, the boxes,
trying to
that's
get some
different. That's a long
Fandos.
haul. But singles, I'm yet to buy one, and it looks like from what we saw at the National and stuff like that, I'm not going to be buying one for a long time.
bro. Look at
For
this.
a long time.
I'll read you. I don't even have to
Nah,
read.
it's just
you.
because
I'll
you try
show
and make
you.
reasonable offers to people on eBay and they just decline you, don't they, Lukey?
Declined, yeah.
Oh,
Don't pay comps.
oh no.
I mean, Cherry will decline anything. Cherry decline anything. I offer
Oh, we
them,
mentioned
so
names, are we?
I would say it. I mean, they're on
Yeah,
eBay.
What have we got?
Oh,
450 Australian. Is that on bids?
Yeah.
on bids.
No, just this is the best one. Gold
Is
to
there
10.
any-
Gold to 10 raw.
Scroll.
5K.
Oh my god.
Brock Lesnar.
You know, be mad. UFC kabooms.
That's a sick card, man.
Yeah, well, you say that, Lukey. I can guarantee you that is surely in the works. At
Oh,
some
Well, I
point.
mean, look at what Color Blast are selling for.
Hey, by the way, boys, that's a Beckett Raw card review 9. All right? On this. That's a sick card.
That is
Let's
pretty
go.
sick.
It looks
Go
cool.
Brock.
Can you just look up
Yeah, bro.
Color Blast UFC? Just type
He's
that
not
in.
the same. I'm gonna say he's
Nah,
not the same
nah,
without
no,
Paul
you.
Heyman though.
No, you. They spelled it with.
Oh, yeah.
It.
Good call.
Get with it.
There you go. Justin
Look at
Gaethje.
these. Go to sold listings so you can see some crazy
There's a McGregor one of these,
crazy
isn't there?
numbers. Yeah, there's McGregor, there's Khabib, there's Adesanya, I think. These are some. Go scroll on the left. It should say sold.
Here, sold.
There we go. Now let's see some numbers.
Oh, let's go.
$9,000
Holy
for
shit!
the BGS 95
I want to see the picture, bro.
Broken color blast. Crazy.
Oh my god.
Tell you what,
Yeah.
Doma, you really need to get off the English version, the Australian version of the eBay and get
Aussie
onto the
eBay.
.com
I just
version.
typed
I'll
in
tell you what.
eBay. Sorry, bro. I just typed in eBay. It just came up
Look,
with a thing.
sorry, mate, but I've just typed in color blast. I found a shit lot more than what you
All right,
found.
all right. You know what? Hey, I'll
Flip
get
it
off.
over.
Yeah, you can share it. All right.
But let's talk about that. Like, when is the good time to buy singles? Because it's like such a fine margin. I
Not
mean,
now.
Not now.
first
No,
2
not now.
weeks you'd have to rule out.
First month and a half, I reckon.
But,
It's
but
always
then
like a
again,
month.
like
It's
if we're
always a
talking
month,
F1,
and then
if we're talking F1, I was looking back at Vettel Dynasty cards because that's sort of what I want to eventually get. A few months ago, like probably when did it come out? Maybe 3 months ago now.
Nah, 6
Dynasty.
Nah. More,
Oh, yeah,
way
it's
more
been
than
out
that.
for-
Dynasty came out
yeah.
Start
six
of the
months ago.
It's been out
year.
ages.
Start of the year,
this,
bro.
this year is flying by. We'll say maybe 2-3 months ago, it was just I think it was 800 US it went for out of 10, and now I think the last one sold for 1.3. So
Well,
Dynasty
and
Vettels
out
are
of
up
5 just went 2-2. Sorry, and out of a 1 of 1 just went 5.
of Vettel.
It was cheap.
Some big
Wow,
prices
that's-
here in these
that's
color
cheap.
blast UFCs,
That's so
and these are all
cheap.
sold listings that we're looking at.
Yeah. So I posted this story today since we're going completely off the rip. Kaboom and Color Blast are by far my 2 favorite cards right now to go and buy. Like the only things I'm looking at are really Dynasty F1, which is just it's too competitive right now. We saw a George Russell who drives for one of the shittest teams. Let's be honest. They just scored their first points in 3 years. He's linked to Mercedes, which might not even happen. Like nothing's guaranteed, and he just went for 6,000 USD.
Oh no, it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
So
But those
Dynasty's out the
Dynasty
picture.
cards, they don't have RCs on them, do they? From memory,
No,
they don't have like the rookie logo.
it's
No.
just it's kind of like implied.
Yeah,
like,
it's just
okay,
implied,
it's a
yeah.
rookie. But Color Blast and Kaboom from any sport now, like we saw the Kobe went for 60K. That was 1 of 1. But even I was considering what's a. I'm looking at as if you're watching on YouTube, you can see like I've done a bit of interior decorating with my frames and stuff. I wanted to get a good Kobe card, a good Jordan card, Maradona, Messi. I've got Ronaldo. I want to get maybe a better one, trade up to it. And I'm thinking maybe a Kobe Kaboom. Kobe Kabooms sell for ridiculous money. Ridiculous.
100%.
Like we're talking 9,000 US, 5,000 US.
I got to ask you a question, boys. I'm going to put it out there. Yeah. Would you have bought the Sapphire Lewis purple to 10, or would you have bought this to 10? BGS 95 pop 1. You ready?
Here we go.
I know which one you're going to say.
That any day of the week. On card auto out of 10.
Yeah.
Triple patch. I'm taking that.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit about the grade. I'm taking that. Even
what
if both of them
is,
are raw, I'm taking that.
That's the 10 as well. Shit.
Yeah.
That's for 35?
35K USD.
When did that sell?
It hasn't
Oh,
sold.
it's still up. What the?
Yeah.
Damn, that makes
Should I
makes
make
that
him an
look
offer?
cheap.
Tell him I'll give him $50.
Can you go what
Tell him
else is
I'll
there?
trade him some prison boosters. For it.
Bro, that looks low key extremely.
So, you want to help me out? We'll trade in some prison boosters for this.
I'll go and source some as well.
Yeah.
I wish, mate. I wish.
If we all put together enough prison boosters, surely we'll accept it.
100% they'll take it, man.
Look, NBA, F1.
I mean,
This is a pump and dump, so I'd be taking the Prism if I was here.
Yeah, look at this. This is nice. I like the Alpine,
pretty cool,
Alpine
yeah.
stuff.
yeah,
It's
there's
out of
something
10 as
about
well. I thought that would have been like a lower number. That patch is that nice.
man, Dynasty
the
is such a play.
All I'm
Hey,
saying
look-
is,
Hey, can you see my recent searches here? Like, Look
I
at
can't
these.
see what is it. Click onto one.
Prost rookie
Oh yeah, the
stickers.
ones you're talking about today.
There are
Niki
two
Lauda.
cards that I really like out of all the dynasty. That is like I'm considering spending that one right there. The
Let's go.
Leclerc with the logo.
Yeah, we looked at this on the
That's
on
so
off the grid, didn't
nasty.
Yeah,
And
fuck,
and
this
the
is
other
sick.
one is the Lando Red Bull. Sorry, the Max Red Bull. The one that
What's
has
that
that logo. I think it's out of 5.
That one here.
There it is. Oh
The
my
10.
god.
Oh, that's mint, bro. Let's go.
I just feel
That's
like
ridiculous.
those two are too risky for me to be spending 20k. But I'd much rather go and buy the Vettel. I'd buy 2 or 3 Vettels than buy that. That's just my
But
opinion.
look, I think that's how these cards could double. With enough interest, they could double.
I just think
I don't want to put that out
I feel
there
like-
because then
I'm gonna
Cardcon's going to clip that and then
Yeah.
use it against me.
I'm going to put this out there, and we've said it 100 times. And if we are supposedly the drivers of the big pump and dump,
The pump and dump.
yeah, here's a piece of advice. If you're asking me straight down the line, would I collect Sapphire over this? No chance in hell. You're dreaming. You're having a laugh. Yeah, I can understand Topps Chrome because you can get like autos to 1, autos to 10. I get that. Yeah, I completely get that. But if you're buying Sapphire over this, no deal. No deal for me because these cards are cheaper than what you can buy slab Sapphire cards for. Like, honestly.
It's crazy to think.
That's
Is it got something
Yeah.
to do with
bro, I would have even bought this.
From what I've read on the wonderful world of Twitter, apparently these patches aren't from any event or anything, which makes it a little bit more interesting. But it's still an on-card auto, so I don't really give a shit.
That's 50k, that one.
Yeah, I remember we looked at this in another podcast, Lukey,
Yeah.
about those patches
We
in
couldn't
there.
find
and
we couldn't find exactly what it
Couldn't
was.
really find the definitive answer, but look, it's interesting because I'd rather have those dynasty cards and at some of the prices that these autos are going for and these short prints are going for out of Topps Chrome.
Settle down.
I'd rather have these.
Let's
bring that
read.
up
Let's
full
have a
screen.
read. The signing of all Topps autograph cards witnessed by Top Road, blah, blah, blah. The relic containing this card is not from any specific race, event, or season.
But that could mean that it is
Yeah,
from a
it's not
race.
specific.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, man, let's get our money together and buy some.
It could have been, maybe
yeah.
in the photo shoot day where he chucked on the,
Here you go, HGA Hamilton. Is that base?
What?
Yeah.
That is base.
Oh, yeah,
I must say though, you got to be careful because base is what's going to go down.
yeah, correct. 100% it is.
I don't look at anything base.
But that's across everything, isn't it?
across everything. Yeah, yeah.
I
Base
haven't
is
found
done.
any in my color recently. Unless it's like a
Yeah.
base that's like a few dollars and it's graded, then maybe
Yeah.
I'll have a look at it.
Oh, look, not for anything. Like I'll buy, as you seen the other week, I picked up a look. It's completely left field, but the only reason I bought it is because I won it at
$4
$4
card.
USD PSA
$4
9
card.
Chuma Okoke rookie from Orlando Magic for $4. $4 on bits. I just can't fathom because that even at the cheapest price point in time, it was $8.50. So that guy's lost money on that card, 100%. Like
this is
in that situation, it's a bit different.
There's a
two
top.
Lonnie Walker Optic PSA 9s I got for $7.50 for both of them. I couldn't
There's a-
believe it.
Boys, it's
And
literally
like,
like a top.
he's decent too. Like, fucking, I couldn't believe it.
There's a Topps Chrome Sapphire Hamilton to 99 PSA 9 listed here for
How much?
4,200 US. You can go buy. I know it's raw, but you can go buy a Topps Dynasty raw card, a patch auto for around 5.5. Certain guys.
Mm.
I'm just saying.
I still can't believe
Yeah,
Vettel's
fair point.
$1,000. I gotta
Fair
stop
point,
saying
man.
this. What do you say?
But
Because it's
Vettel,
Hamilton
do you think it plays into like
Yeah.
newer fans are going to see Vettel in Aston Martin and they might not be
That's what it
familiar
is.
with what he's
That's what I
done?
But that's what it is right now. I
That's
feel
what
like
it
it
is.
changes eventually.
Yeah, but how often do you see like markets
Well,
mature like that?
we're kind of starting to see it a bit at the national, we saw it with soccer. It's like, oh, I want to get a Pele, I want to get this legend, that legend. So now they're starting to look at vintage a lot more.
True.
That's the thing. And I think now, as I said, there's only a handful of people that have won a world championship in F1. The list isn't like 100 long in terms of drivers. That's what I'm saying. It's a finite amount, And someone will be like, oh, but he's only won one world championship. That's no good. But when you look at 7 as the best, and up there is like 4 people have won 4, won 5, won 6.
Who are you saying had 1?
I'm saying there'd be someone that's had one world championship.
Yeah, I get you. Yeah.
Seb is interesting because he's quite funny. Like he's got a very good character, and so that plays into like the Netflix special and all that. Like he is a very entertaining person when he speaks and everything.
I feel like when he retires, he's going to be one of those guys.
Appreciate him more.
People are going to appreciate him more.
100%.
Which will be sad to see because I love Vettel.
Old Vettel. Anyway,
that's pretty much it. I just think at the end of the day, boys, everything gets pumped and dumped. If someone actually likes UFC cards and believes in UFC cards, you like them, just buy them. Like, fuck.
At the end of the day, it is a matter of collecting what you really like.
I'm listening to Goldberg talk about fucking Disney cards today. Just old school Disney cards. If you like Goofy and Donald Duck, and go buy them. Like, okay, he mentioned Disney cards. Does that mean now we all have to go run out there and Goldberg's pumping and dumping Disney cards? No, he's not. He's just putting it out there, and he's like, and he came with the facts. Disney's took 18% of market share from Netflix in terms of viewership and all that with their streaming, and
that's how I feel about Marvel. Still, Marvel was a big pump and dump, and I feel somewhat responsible. I mean, I still take credit. I was making content well before anyone made content on Marvel.
No, I'm going to say you did not pump that. You were well ahead of the curve.
I was just educated.
I'm going to say this. The pump happened when it started getting talked about on Card Talk Pod. And that's just facts. Right?
But then, I don't care. Then it became, people just jumping on it.
That's where the big awareness came. Yeah, but that's where the big awareness came. When you're buying boxes at $85 or $100 a box, right? That's what are you pumping? You're taking a punt on Marvel on the first inaugural set of Marvel. It's the same reason why I've bought the first inaugural set of DC, because I'm like, well, if Marvel's had its moment, where's DC going to have a moment? DC's just as iconic as Marvel. Like they've been making movies for years and years and years and years, right? So
I still think that happened at a time where everything was getting pumped and done. I don't think Marvel's done yet. I'm looking at from a collector's perspective. Marvel had this run up, but then it got taken over by tennis, and then tennis got overtaken by soccer. Like it was really quick. Tennis. Are you interested to see
how many of those Marvel cards are at PSA? Like in that backlog, there must be a shitload.
Well, think about I've got maybe 90 at PSA. And I was early, and I've gotten about 25 back. And they were the express ones. All my big ones that I sent in October, in November, in December. Like I sent the whole set in almost half the set in December. So they're all sitting there in that backlog. Then you've got to consider how many people sent in January, which is where the big spike happened. I'm talking, I reckon... I don't know if it's too many, because by the time that people got the boxes and opened them, the prices would have come down a bit and people would have panic sold and stuff like that. But there'd be quite a few. You know what? And I know everyone talks about how far it dropped. If you have a look at some of these Marvel prices, like PSA 10 sales, it'll shock you. Everyone keeps saying pump and dump, and everyone's talking about the dump, but I'll bring some up. PSA 10. Now the PSA 9 sell for nothing. PSA 10s, you've got Stanley is. Let me double check this, make sure. There's one on bids now, $450 USD. Talking about a card that I picked up for $1, and I've got at least 15 at PSA. You Loki is $280 USD, $300 USD, like respectable prices. Let's be honest here. For what they are and for what they were, these are very respectable prices. So I wouldn't be surprised that as these cards come in, Marvel has not seen one proper cinematic release in now 2 years, like literally since COVID started. Black Widow, like practically, I don't know if it flopped.
Spider-Man's going to be the next one. If they can,
Spider-Man's going to be ridiculous.
if they can get people into the cinemas to watch it.
Like
Spider-Man actually getting released on VV Collectibles app. If you don't.
1st of August, Juggernaut $350 USD. Wolverine $500 USD. Venom $500 USD. These are big sales for cards that you can pick up for $1 in if you really go looking for them. Marvel, I still think, is a play, and if we're being honest,
man, it's going to be relevant forever.
That's right.
As long as Disney's got it, it's relevant for it. It prints money for them, so they're going to keep producing movie titles and TV shows. Simple as that. Kids love superheroes.
When you're done with the Marvel, I've got a F1 question. I'll bring it back when you're done.
Bring
Keep
it.
going. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Do you think, so say someone's coming into the market, yeah? Would you say F1's a player right now?
100%. The scope everywhere for it.
You have to listen to double coverage, crunch time. You have to listen to off the grid. You have to message us four, then message LTB, then Lou, gather all the information you can, and then wait a month because actually I'd wait till the off season because it's really high right now.
Yeah,
people will lose money if they buy right now expecting to fit.
Well, we do have
I
the
don't
mid.
know that though. Hold on,
We've got the mid-season. We've got the mid-season break right now, yeah. With no races for like 3 weeks, people might just be.
That builds hype.
But I feel like that. Yeah, I do.
That last race was nutty. Like
I feel like that big
build hype
purchase
for who
is going to push us through until the next race.
Is the at least they found out a new name.
Yeah, a new name
on the weekend. And to answer the question that before, only 33 drivers have won a possible 71 world championships in F1. In its history. So you just think about all the drivers that have ever been on the grid, only 33 have won a possible 71 world championships.
And there's like, almost 20 between Schumacher, Vettel, and Hamilton?
Schumacher, Vettel, and Hamilton.
He won 6 Schumacher.
7.
Almost 20.
7.
Oh, he won
Schumacher.
Honestly, I just think it's over here. I think that we're going to see some really, really big sales.
The most
towards the
middle
of this season.
That's
why I don't want to say
happen. Go.
Like, you have to factor in Golden hasn't had a big F1 sale yet.
Yeah,
like I'm monster.
Oh, imagine when that fucking happens.
PWCC hasn't had one. Like
that's a very good point that you point out.
That's a good point, Ant.
Great
take.
That is great. That is actually on the money. Because the publicity when there's a big sale at Golden is
Golden had a
unreal.
Schumacher rookie though.
Well, but that's different.
They did.
That was the one, but a big one. I know what you mean. Yeah.
And we're talking. That's a while ago now. That
was a while ago.
Schumacher rookie. That was when we knew about it. That's not when people.
The pop was still pretty low on it then.
I really do think that there's legs, but not only that, I think that you have to look to next season where things are going to open up. Well, they've already opened up in America, but things are going to open up across the world. We'll assume once people can travel to these races, which they've started, but once that American race hits in Miami,
bro, it's going to be massive.
Like, what are we saying? F1 has the if I had to bet on one sport to be the most entertaining over the next 12 months, it's F1 all day of the week. It's like a pay-per-view every single week.
You want to know something, Ant, that you say that? We've actually had people tell us that are in America saying they know that there's an F1 race there in America, but they've never gone. But because the whole thing about cards and they're into cards and that,
Netflix and
they
everything.
want that, and Netflix, they want to go to the next race that's in America.
I know someone,
so
man.
It's building, man.
I'm going. If we can,
some-
I'm there.
If someone that I work with has no interest in F1 whatsoever, zero. Started watching Drive to Survive, and the person goes to me, "Oh, you would have stayed up and watched the race last night." That person now knows when every race is on. He tries to watch before it gets really late. He'll watch the start of races. Like, that person's starting to get into it more. It's unbelievable. Now, the interesting thing about this break for 3 weeks, I agree with you, Ant. Like, it can generate some massive hype and might cool off, but
It's not cooling off.
No, it cool off in terms of like massive buys. But there's one thing that as we know, because we watch the sport, during this time period in the sport is when a lot of negotiations go on about next season and seats. If anything leaks at the fact that George Russell is a Monty to sit in that Mercedes number 2 seat next season, then it's game over. The next 3 weeks, his prices on his cars are going to go through the roof and they're going to sell like hotcakes. I'm not joking. It's going to go crazy. If it can be confirmed, like, oh, he's definitely going to be there. Like, Russell's a great driver. Like, I understand he's driving in a Williams, but for him to get the best out of that car, it just shows how good he is actually as a driver.
What he's been doing on Saturdays in qualifying is ridiculous.
Oh, he's a machine.
It's actually wild.
100%.
To get that car into Q2 and, occasionally in Q3 is mad.
You gotta love Russell. The way he carries himself, I love him. He's got a bit of class about him. Like, it's just like Tommy class. The way he's like, whatever you do, just to get the points. Like, he's so. And then when he started crying about the point, I love that.
That was so good. It's a great moment in the sport.
Big fan.
All right, boys. Anything else, or we'll move on to fire or flame?
No, I got nothing.
Nothing.
I think that
anything else you want to get off your chest? It's therapy, boys.
Look,
You got to get off your chest.
I'm just gonna bring up something, right? I've just typed in George Russell PSA 10, right? Now this is not an indictment on the fucking hobby. Then I don't know what is, right? This is George Russell. This is his tops now card, right? Supposedly rookie card. His tops now, right? Selling for $600 a PSA 10. Let's flick over to the greatest ever driver to ever grace the sport, and you have a version of his rookie card going for $535 as a PSA 10. Are you shitting me? Michael Schumacher is the same as George Russell. George Russell won't even touch the tip of Schumacher's cock. That's right. He won't even touch the tip of it. He won't even get that high in his whole career. This is an indictment on the hobby. This is another. I'm telling you, Dom. This is like at the start when I started talking about Zion compared to Shaq, and what an indictment it was.
Yeah, but wait. I'll go against it. I'll go against it. You have to compare, because that's not his true. That's not Schumacher's true rookie. It is a Schumacher rookie.
1,750.
So that should be higher. That's the rule.
But it doesn't. But this is the thing. It doesn't matter, right? Because these are his tops now. Now I was trying to find a tops chrome. Like, here's a number to 5. That was a PSA 8. Number to 25.
When was that 5?
Now this is telling me that this tops chrome card, this card here, as a PSA 9, sold for. Now I think is that the refractor?
Yeah, sure.
Right, that's the refractor. As a PSA 9, sold for 605. Now the thing is with Schumacher, you've got no option. It's 1992 grid. That's it. There's no the cards that are in there are the cards that are in there. There's no refractors. There's no numbered. That's the cards, and that was the error.
That hinders the card, the value of it.
Did it? Okay. Does it? Okay. Let me ask you a question. Did it hinder Floyd Mayweather? Did it hinder Mike Tyson? I'm just saying. Go have a look at those.
That when you open that box, right, you expect to get one. Like if you buy the box, you should get one. It's just a matter of whether it grades a 10. Like, and the boxes we've seen, like you can get those boxes at a reasonable price. Like,
Could we get a check on the comps of the 92 grid boxes, by the way?
Most definitely can. But it's no different when opening 1996 tops paper and getting Kobe's. But what do Kobe's go for? This is what I'm saying, yeah? So, like, I'll just bring it up all into perspective, and this is why I go with it. I still think that 1992 grid is so undervalued. It is
that's
criminal.
a fact.
Yeah,
that's a fact.
For sure.
That's a fact.
Now, I'm not here to pump it, but I'm just here to put it into perspective. And I'm not pumping and I'm not dumping. I have not sold one. I bought 5 boxes. Doma and I bought 5 boxes together. We have not sold one box. We have not sent one card for grading, which our plan is to send them off. Unfortunately, there's only one grading company that's open at the moment, so they're going to get our business, and that's HGA. Right?
SGC is there.
Yeah, look, let's be honest.
Actually, you know what? Funny you mentioned HGA. I agree with that. I do agree with.
No,
these boxes. I reckon these boxes have gone up. Before this loads, what do you think?
Oh shit!
Look, they if you scroll back a bit, there was a point where they had gone up a bit, but like these are just like 2 weeks ago selling for $150. Recently, also 170, 255. There's 175. Might even be able to go look on here and have a look here. 1992 grid Formula 1 box. I've searched that a number of times. That's sold listings. Let's click that off. Let's find some actual listings. There you go. You can buy 2 for $280, $140 a box. Bob's your uncle, Jane's your auntie. There you go. Easy as you like.
And I know that in the past you've said that I'm a great moderator of podcasts, but tonight I'm done, bro. I can't control anything. The moment he made that Schumacher comment, it was over, bro.
That was probably the angriest source he's been on Crunch Time.
It's taken the angriest since the last time you brought up PSA.
23 episodes, but this is.
I was so saucy for that. I did not expect that.
I just want to put it into perspective for people out there, collectors out there, right? And I'll say it's no different to how I spoke about the comparison and the disrespect that people were giving to Shaq and the price that people were paying for Zion cards compared to Shaq cards. I mean, Shaq's won 4 titles. It's no different. George Russell ain't done shit. He's not even in a car where he's got a chance, right? So let's actually give him some respect when he gets into a car that he's maybe got a chance, right? Then we'll give him some respect on his card prices. At this point in time, his card prices are overpriced. He is overpriced for what he's done. And that's a fact. And anyone wants to refute me on that, please DM us. You can come on the show. You can come on the next Crunch Time episode and debate it. Because you have no facts. Because I'm right.
I don't reckon.
Are you saying? Wait. Are you saying that Russell's overpriced? Or are you saying that Schumacher's under, like severely under? If you had to pick one,
take it whatever way you want to take it.
No, you got to pick one.
I think that Schumacher's underpriced, but Russell's also overpriced in comparison to Schumacher. Now, if that's what the market's setting at the price, well, one or the other. Either Schumacher's got to go up or Russell's got to come down.
True.
Lukey, what's your opinion, mate?
That's all. Luke and I are just having a laugh in the private chat because we don't want to disrupt the great convo. I don't know what to do with this podcast tonight.
I think that's everyone's fire and flame right there. Source has done it for us.
Legit.
I'm just having a look at their comments.
Legit, there is honestly, there is a stink on F1 similar to that of like NBA and NFL and
there's a what? Sorry?
Baseball. A stink on this part of the hobby.
Yeah.
In terms of like rookie cards, in terms of people that have achieved nothing that are worth more than legends. Now, I can name a whole list of people, and this will be my fire for people, and it's not even a card. It's literally do your research on. I'll read you some names, all right? So if you're not familiar, go do yourself a favor. Go look at guys like these are older guys. You may not be interested. So let's look at some more recent type drives. So Vettel, which Lukey's spoken about. Senna.
So many times.
Hakkinen. Lauda. Alain Prost. Fernando Alonso. There are a few, all right?
What about
That's
Jenson
my
Button? Didn't he
fire.
win a world title?
Yeah, he
World
won one,
championship?
but
One.
forget
Okay.
about Jenson Button.
Alonso's a good one.
Alonso's
Alonso's
great.
actually a really good
But
one.
I'm just
Does
saying, that's
What
the
Look
fire.
how he-
Do research.
How he drove on the weekend.
What I said on
Is
Off
it
the
going?
Grid
I mean, no.
is I'm going to be waiting for Dynasty, and I might try get an Alonso because I feel like it's going to be one that's going to be under the radar
100%.
in the next.
Unless people,
which comes out what
unless,
next month, doesn't it?
unless people
Next
listen to this.
Should be this
Yeah, I
one.
know. I
buy
got to
it.
stop saying this shit.
No, we're here to help, man.
No.
I'm joking.
Don't
I'm
worry
joking.
about it. It's gonna get every dynasty card's gonna be worth freaking over 4K as a driver anyway. So
Yeah.
what are you gonna do?
Unless you're Alex Albon.
Correct. Any others? Fire or flame? Take your pick. Going.
I'll do a
Fire.
quick one. Quick
Oh,
one. Very.
ooh,
I'll,
go
I'll,
in.
I'll,
Go in.
I'll, I'll
Fire
be
or
final.
flame?
I'll be the
Flame
finale.
someone. Flame someone.
You go, Sauce. I always
He's gonna
start.
flame me. My fire is if you've been living under a rock, Malice in the Palace documentary coming out. Have a look at some guys who were involved in that scuffle. One guy I'm looking at, Ron Artest, aka Meta World Peace. He was in the thick of it. I expect him to be heavily involved in the documentary. And I'll tell you what, his rookie cards are absolutely peanuts. I picked up 3 of his rookie cards for 10 USD, had 2 numbered rookie cards in there, and just the base tops chrome. He's also got a refractor. There's not too many refractors out there that you can find on eBay. But do your research, because there was a number of other guys that were in that
One
that
of your
brawl.
boys was in that
and-
source, and you've got some of his stuff.
Yeah. So
Steven
I look,
Jackson.
yeah, there you go, Steven Jackson. I've even got a nice numbered to 10 Steven Jackson immaculate patch auto. So look, I think it's a sneaky play. And yeah, maybe just have a look at it. For me, I'm happy to be stuck with Ron Artest cards because Ron Artest was a pivotal piece in the Lakers back-to-back championship run in 08, 09, and 09-10. He was massive. So, at the end of the day, I'm not fussed if I get stuck with Ron Artest cards. I also did mention I did buy a Ron Artest signed jersey, which one day will get hung up in my
in the banners.
home. Yeah,
In
one
the
day
back.
next to my Magic Johnson. That's going to be framed and have 4 different card autos in each corner. It's going to be elite.
And you have a picture, and you have a picture of chalk. You have a picture of chalk and cheese. Johnson and Artest would be perfect. Oh, jeez, don't hang them anywhere near each other if I walk in your house. Don't make that be a sight.
Ron Artest was a baller.
Magic and Bird. Yeah, okay, that sounds.
One's in the toilet, one's in the living room.
Yeah, Magic's in the toilet.
Artest was a good defender. I reckon Artest would lock down Bird. I'll tell you that.
Oh, gee.
Artest was a good defender. Very good defender.
All right, and finish it off, please.
All right. I'll wrap it up with the final comment, which is, and this is from Fabrizio, our good friend, and not our good friend.
Oh yeah,
we know who he
he's
is.
our good friend, man. If we say he's our good friend, he becomes our good friend. So he's our good friend.
Put him on the
Speak
show.
it into existence.
Fabrizio.
30 minutes ago, which was halfway through this episode, Man City closing on the greatest English player that ever graced the game, Jack Grealish.
I was applauding that, ladies and gents.
Show us it. Show us it. Come on, bring it up. Show us it.
You go tune in on look at the goat. So you got Messi over there, and you got right next to him, kaboom, Jack Grealish. Now
the goat has got his back to you, mate. He's wearing number 7. Don't start this shit now, please.
Jack Grealish to City is for the most. I think what's that? The record fee, 100 million.
100 million. Yeah.
Yeah.
100 million. That's the biggest transfer for an English player of all time. It's well deserved. I think he's going to do very well at City. I think he wins trophies at City. I think he's probably the only player that can deliver City a Champions League. And
here we go.
I just think
Oh,
that again, that card buy is still one of my favorites of all time. From my best friends, Cherry, offered, taken, graded myself. There's
What is
nothing-
happening right
Hold on,
now?
did you get an offer accepted?
I got an offer accepted.
Oh wow,
$80.
must like you.
Thank you. It was early on. It was early. Wait, well before. Anyway, got that. Graded it myself. Graded it 10. And I think that card, and I've been getting very good offers for it, well above comps. But like I said, it's
At least
staying
people aren't
until I get-
lowballing you. At least they're making reasonable offers.
I mean, reasonable offer. I've gotten a few low balls, but
Oh really?
it's staying
I can
until
imagine.
a solid offer comes,
Yeah.
and that's it.
Let's hear
What's
we're
the
ending it
top on that, by the
on
way?
Jack Grealish.
We're ending
Wow.
on the GOAT.
Oh yeah, sorry, we got pack rips.
Oh,
Apology.
let's go. One
People, anyone
Alright, who's
listening,
going first?
head
You go
over
first,
to our YouTube to see this. Saucy's got some Prism retail to rip. Got 3 packs. Lukey's ripping how many?
Just one.
1. That's all right. Not everyone can
I
have
do-
over 200 packs.
D Wade.
Today.
Who the hell is that guy?
Jared
Jared
Culver.
Culver. Dominance of
The greatest left-handed shooter of all time.
Ursan Ilyasova. Oh, well, that was a terrible pack.
That's a great pack.
Come on, LaMelo.
Come on, Lukey.
You're going to have to tell me what I got because I can't see a fucking thing.
Don't worry, we'll read it out for you, mate. Jokic.
Nikola Jokic.
Oh, hey,
LaMelo.
it is.
Let's go! Let's go!
It's base, but I'll take it.
LaMelo. You'll
And the
take
centering's
it. What do you
fucked.
mean?
Yeah, nice. The centering's fucked.
That's all right. Get it up on Marketplace right now after this.
AD.
AD dominance. And,
So can you get silvers?
Devontae
in
Graham.
it?
100% you can get silvers. It says on the back.
Didn't you get a silver, Ed?
But that was Blaster.
Oh, right.
Go Sauce. You got 2 more packs, bro.
Fuck, I'm very happy with that.
Two down. 220.
Duncan Robertson just signed a big new
And that's-
contract.
You know what that one's for? That one's for
The wrong
that one's for the
ball.
girl at Kikimadu laughed at me.
Rui
Rui.
Hachimama, sophomore. And Anthony Melton. Mate, I haven't even got a rookie card. What
That's
dud
horrendous.
packs are these?
You got Lonzo Ball, but that's pretty good.
I got the best ball, brother.
You're gonna get Leangelo special insert.
Oh, there's a, what's in here? Oh, there's a red wave. There's a red wave in here, boys.
Here we go.
There you go,
Melo,
Laker.
Anthony, Isaiah Stewart. Surely it can't be a rookie.
That's your boy.
There's
Isaiah
my
Stewart.
rookie there.
That's your boy.
Lamella.
Oh, that's
Oh.
gross.
And it gets better on the back. Eric Pascal.
Oh,
Wow, that was
Oh.
absolutely
that was
horrendous.
good.
That was horrendous.
That's pretty good. Well done, boys. Well done to Luke. At least he pulled a Lamelo on a live here.
One
Pretty good.
pack.
1 pack.
And-
That's it.
One pack.
Shout-
Honestly,
Shout
sell
out to
the
girl
rest,
at Kmart
mate.
who laughed at me.
Sell the rest.
That one's for her.
You got the hit. You got the hit of the Kmart.
Yeah, that's right. That's what she gets for
Legit.
laughing at me.
All right, boys. It's been crunch time. Coming up big when it counts. I'm Dom with Sauce, Lukey, and Anth, and peace.
Peace.
Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Crunch Time.